All right, Wolf, I'm going to ask you an unanswerable question, okay?
Okay.
How many of the 53 roster spots do you think JG already knows right now?
Wow.
Like, just give me like a rough estimate, because they obviously still have, some time. Cutdown day is a week from today. They still have a preseason game in there. They've got some practices in there, but in his mind, like, do you think he already knows 47, 51? Like, what do you think that number is?
That's a great question. Going into the last preseason game, I'm going to say 50.
Okay.
How about that, JG? JG's probably... He's killing me. But maybe there are 3 on the 53. 3 spots that are still contentious.
Okay. Second question. Is there a position on this team you are concerned about at all? Because I have one now.
Okay. Yes, I would say inside linebacker.
That's mine.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you feel that
Well,
way?
you know how much stock I'm putting in their defense and how I've really tried to streamline my expectations for this team, just, kind of after what happened with the Suns and the D-backs. I'm trying not to look at the Cardinals and say, oh, that's an 11-win team. I'm trying not to do that, or, oh, that's whatever the number is. I'm sure they're going to make us make predictions here in a couple weeks, but, through this offseason and still right now, I'm just trying to look at specific parts that I think will be good or not. And I have a lot of confidence, or I'm putting a lot of stock in this team's defense. But inside linebackers right in the middle of the defense. And I loved the tandem of Mack Wilson and Kaiser White. Kaiser White's not here. Kaiser White's not anywhere right now, which is the weirdest thing of this offseason to me. But either way, I like Mack Wilson, but I'm just not sure what else they have yet. And that could bite them.
Yeah. Owen Pappoe is a guy that is very interesting to me. In the last preseason game against the Denver Broncos, of course, he had a lot of action, and Owen Pappoe had 3 tackles, 1 solo tackle, also had a half sack. So there's a little bit of production that is there. I guess going in and watching him a little bit more on tape, it's difficult to discern, not knowing for sure what his assignment is on every play and his responsibility is. I think he's got to get more physical. He runs really, really well. He moves very well, but he's got to get more physical, I would say. There are some other guys that have also grabbed my attention. Not guys that might be on the bubble, but guys that are like, whoa, P.J. Mustipher.
Yeah.
Did you see this guy?
Yes.
I mean, first of all, he's 6'4", he's 325. He's 6'4". He looks like he's got a little butt and a little gut, if you know what I mean. And maybe it's not little. He's got a lot of it. This guy, he had 6 tackles.
At a position where there really wasn't supposed to be any room on this team to break in.
And, again, you have to consider who he's playing against. I understand that. You always have got to consider that. But there are some guys that are just starting to flash a little bit that are going to make it tough. And, I wonder about Bilal Nichols. I wonder about Justin Jones. I wonder about these guys. I wonder about L.J. Collier. I think those guys are going to be okay. Not all of them, 2 of them, 2 of the 3 that I just mentioned. I think they're going to be good. What 2 are going to be good?
And this is where, is Bilal Nichols...
I think Bilal Nichols right now is probably on the outside looking in.
But they could also potentially put him in an injured spot too, right? This is where you're going to see the roster juggling. I want to play this from Jonathan Gannon yesterday, going back to the inside linebacker room in particular.
I like where all they're at. I do like where they're at. I think it's a tight competition. 4th down goes into that. I thought Akeem had a good week. I know he didn't play a ton, but I thought he had a good week. I thought Cody had a good game. Owen's doing some good things, Mike Walker, Vi, is doing a good job. That's why I say that's one of the hot spots for me, honestly. And fourth down plays a factor into that happening too. So, there's a lot of ball to be played still this week with those guys, but I think Christian's doing a good job with them. All of them have now had green dot experience either in practice, joint practice, or the game, which is one of the reasons for the rotation, how it kicked out week 1 and week 2, and it'll be different this week.
I love the fact they call it fourth down. Fourth down. In other words, special teams.
I was going to say, you could just say special teams.
Transitional technicians, of course. Don't call me a special teamer.
What about a fourth downer?
No, a fourth downer. I play on other downs. And what is a kickoff? It's a no down.
It's a no downer.
Yes. So don't call it a fourth down.
I really wish they had snap counts on Pro Football Reference for back when you played.
Yeah.
Because now they do. But I don't, I've always wanted to see how many snaps you played, per year at different spots.
Absolutely. I will say when I was with the Cardinals for 7 years, I got a lot of playing time. As a matter of fact, 25% bonus checks.
Really?
If you know what I mean.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, so I got, some incentive checks based on
we should have a party around here tomorrow.
So, again, I was the guy that was the designated blocking fullback. When we were going to line up in an eye, they weren't giving me the ball, even though I did actually get it from time to time. Scored a couple touchdowns,
no
too,
big deal,
as well.
just
saying,
Let's go back to those checks. You still have those? Have they been cashed?
Oh, my goodness. Gone. Lost. But what was the point, Rick? What was the point of you interrupting?
Only Rick can answer
wanted to say that.
You just wanted to say that. You wanted to know how many snaps I actually got in a game. You thought I was just a special teamer, didn't you?
No, but I did want to see how much you actually played because, I wanted to see if you were overestimating it or underestimating it.
Rick, I've always said I was a backup.
Oh, boy.
I've
A
always
backup who
said
made
that.
4 Pro Bowls.
Well, yes, I'm just saying in transition, of course, ladies and gentlemen. Don't call it special teams, but in transition, Bill Belichick brought me to Cleveland to captain the special teams. That's what he did. But I will tell you, we used to have a personnel group called Dogs. Dogs.
I was going to say,
Just saying.
There's no higher honor.
No, it was.
No.
That was me, Basin Onions, and it was Kevin Mack. Do you know who Kevin Mack is? K-Mac. Google it, my young crows.
If Bill Belichick called you to help coach at North Carolina, what would you do?
I'd say thanks, Bill, but I've got a job.
Good answer.
Thanks for watching Wolf and Luke. Tap to see more and click the button in the middle to subscribe to Arizona Sports.